Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Compares Picks. I'm Ranch, and tonight I will be giving you the picks for UFC Fight Night 173, taking place Saturday, July 18th. Yeah, there was fights on Wednesday. I picked unbelievable, horribly bad. Last week, UFC 251, I fared very well. I was 9-4, 9-4. But on Wednesday, I went 2-9. Hey, sometimes things like that happens. But you know, hey, what are you gonna do? You just gotta keep going on, with the getting on. So anyway, I got some good fights. I picked of course the full card like I do, but of course I got a main event, co-main, the women's main, and my favorite prelim fight I put up here. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just gonna get right to it because I got a lot of other things to do, and it's already getting late. So, okay. I'm going to start with, we have Brett Johns. He has a professional fighting record of 16-2, and he is taking on Montel Jackson. Johns is the Welshman from Swansea, Wales. Jackson is from Milwaukee. He's American. Johns has, like I said, a professional record of 16 wins, 2 losses. He is the underdog at plus 175. Jackson has a professional record of 9 wins and only 1 loss, and he is the favorite at minus 205. Now, as you know, my first board is where I put the full name of the. If you're new to this show, what I do is I take my favorite sports handicappers and I post I watch all their videos, you know, my favorite handicappers. I watch all their videos and I put their picks, I display their picks on these boards so you can see what my favorite handicappers are picking. And then after I put their picks, I put my pick. Sometimes I'm with them, sometimes I'm against the majority. You know, it all depends on how I feel. I don't say to go with me. I don't say to go with the cappers. You can make up your own mind. I'm going to put the link in the description to each and every one of these cappers where I got this information that I'm displaying. So, that being said, let's get on with it. Taking Montel Jordan. Okay, we've got UFC Gambling Addicts. From now on, his name is Leighton. He's also British. I learned today he lives like 45 minutes from London. As he was during one of his videos, somebody trains there. I forget who, but whatever. Leighton is great. He's got the smoke breaks. Now he's added one pre-show, and he has one right before the main card. Those are fun. But from now on, I'm going to call UFC Gambling Addict Leighton. I'm going to call him UGA. Can you turn that down a little bit? Brandon, or whoever it was. You're good now. I can't hear it, so that's good. Thank you. Okay, also taking Montel Jackson is MMA fortune teller. After this, from now on, I'm going to just call him Teller. Okay. Also taking Montel Jackson is MMA Guru. He is the British Guru, not to be confused with MMA Prediction Guru, who is the American youngster. Prediction Guru and MMA Guru, both of the gurus, the one from Great Britain and the one from the US are both taking Montel Jackson. And finally, both Matt and Craig from Fight Night Picks are both taking Montel Jackson. That means everybody's taking Montel Jackson to beat Brett Johns, making this a full I'm sorry, full capper consensus. My daughter used to do this dance with me too, but I guess she's grown out of that now. But a full capper consensus is when all the cappers that I follow on YouTube all pick the same side, as you see there. Now this match, you know why I picked this as my prelim fight is because I'll tell you, this morning, actually last night I went through and I was like making my picks through the entire card, and there's a couple of them that I'm like, I got to do a little bit more research. This was one of those fights, Brett Johns versus Montel Jackson. So I'm like, I'm a fan of Brett Johns, and I'm gonna do some more research. And what happened was a friend of Friday Night Picks, a friend of them, his name is John Hyun Ko, Korean guy. He's got a channel. I think it's called Kumite TV, and he does interviews with all these people. And he interviewed Brett Johns. Like I said, I was doing research. I was looking at highlight reels. I just Google searched Brett Johns versus Montel Jackson. So I watched Montel Jackson highlights. I watched Brett John highlights. I watched Montel Jackson interviews, Brett John interviews, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the interview that tipped me was John Hyun Ko, Kumite TV, interviewed Brett Johns. And Brett Johns, in his camp is Jack Shore, who's... Jack Shore. Yeah, Jack Shore is the undefeated guy that just had a great submission win on Wednesday, coming hot off that. And what's good about Jack Shore being in the same camp as Brett Johns, they're both the same weight. So, they can help each other progress as fighters. Also in that interview, which I found was... Well, first of all, Brett Johns, every time he spoke, it looked like he had a dip in his mouth. I don't know if that's because he's Welsh and he's got that Cockney accent where he's like this all the time. I wrestled my brother, and my brother, because of Montel Jackson's got that big grip, and everybody knows he's got the big hands like Francis Ngannou or whatever. I guess, massive hands on Jackson. So... MMA Guru, I think Fortune Teller too. I don't know, but everybody was saying massive hands on Jackson. So Johns, it's like, so I had my brother. I can't do the British accent or whatever, but anyway, bear with me. He's like, he wrestled a lot and he's been training a lot with his brother. I don't know if his brother's a fighter or whatever. And he said, and I had my brother grip every time, do many massive grips. And my brother, he's got the heavier weight. So I think he's kind of prepared himself for what he's going to see in Montel Jackson. Also, what I found interesting in that interview, his walking around weight for Johns is like 165. Now he's fighting, what is this, 135 pounds? But I mean, he's gonna make weight and all that, but I'm saying I found that fascinating that his walking around weight is 165. They gotta cut like 30 pounds every time. But anyway, because of that video, and Johns, he just seems, I know he's the brawler, and Jackson's like the finesse. Like a lot of these guys think he's gonna tag and go, and just, pop shot him, and got fat movement with his feet and all that. And Johns is about, but why that video or the interview, he was like, I'm looking forward to fighting him in the telephone box. Well, he meant telephone, like phone booth, phone booth fighting, which you're in the inside, so you can only do short jabs, because Jackson has a 4.5-inch reach advantage over Johns, which, you know, don't get me wrong, Montel Jackson's a weapon. He's lethal. He's good. But for some reason, I'm backing Johns on this fight. I'm going against the cappers.
Daddy.
What? What? Oh, you're losing your tooth? Oh, it's loose. It's loose. I think maybe tomorrow will come out.
Soon?
Soon? Did you show mommy?
No.
Go show mommy. Nora's got a loose tooth. Anyway, so I'm going to go against the capper consensus, you know, because I can. And I'm going to take John's. I'm going to take him within the distance, because if it goes to decision, Jackson will probably win, because he's got, like, he's a better technical boxer. Johns is a brawler, but John said he's gonna phone box fight him. So within distance. And it's already at a plus 175, so if you pick it to within distance, it's going to be plus 200 something. Because right there, the under's at plus 200. So it might even be higher, it might even be plus 300, who knows? I don't really know. I didn't put it up on my sheet or anything, but there you have that. Then, next, moving on. We have the girl fight, the females. We've got Luana Carolina taking on Ariana Lipsky. Both these women are from Brazil. Both are beautiful women. Carolina comes in with a professional fighting record of 6 wins and 1 loss in the octagon, and she's the underdog. They're both negative minus numbers, letting you know. So there are no plus numbers in this. And according to what was it, Bet Online, I think I got these odds from this morning. Lipsky comes in with a record of 12 wins and 5 losses. She's at minus 118. So we have a minus 1. She's the favorite. Minus 118 favorite going against the minus 102 underdog. So it's pretty close to kind of like a pick'em. Let's see what the cappers have to say. So taking Lipsky, we have UGA. That's Slayton. That's UFC Gambling Addicts. He says by decision. Okay. He said the same thing over here. I'm sorry. He said decision. I'm sorry. Should have wrote that. Anyone else make it? No, he was the only one that just told how it's going to happen over there. So we got UGA saying by decision. Fortune teller, MMA fortune teller, he's taking Lipsky. MMA guru, he's hilarious. I like him. He's funny. He's taking Lipsky. Both the boys from Fight Night Picks, both Matt and Craig, are taking Lipsky. And the only one taking Carolina is MMA Prediction Guru. I'm going to put Pred Guru. And he's taken Carolina by decision. Now, I was looking at this fight. I don't really know much about either of these women, except for the research I've done today. So I should just go with the capper consensus, but I'm not gonna. I'm taking Carolina because, to tell you the truth, I went on DraftKings and I made you pick 6 fighters, and I did that. I did that 3 times. I picked like 3 groups of 6 fighters as, as my DraftKings. I did 3 lineups for DraftKings, and with the money, you have a certain amount of salary and stuff, and every time it seemed like I don't know, I kept taking Carolina. This was before I saw the odds, before I watched the videos of the cappers. So this is just fresh. That's what I do. Is before I even look at any of these cappers, their videos, I go ahead, I go on DraftKings and I make a lineup. I make 3 of them, so I cover every single fight at least once. And then when I'm done with that, I print out the whole fight card and I circle all the ones I ended up picking. Then I look at what the cappers have to say. After that, then I put the odds, I look at the odds. But a lot of the times the cappers will, they'll spoiler, they tell the odds as they're, but it's expected. They're handicappers, so they tell the odds anyway. So I knew who the favorite was coming in, but still I'm taking Carolina. That one's going to be by decision though. I agree with Prediction Guru. Okay, so that would be over, which is expected. But that'll climb. If you take Carolina decision, that -102 will definitely be a plus number. I'm not sure how high it'll jump, but it'll definitely be a plus number. The same thing as Lipsky. If you take Lipsky, it's at -118. But if you tell how, if you think it's going to within the distance or by decision, I'm sure it'll jump to a plus number because it's so close to a plus number now. Okay. Moving on. Next we have Jack Hermansson taking on Kelvin Gastelum. Now, Hermansson has a record of 20 wins, 5 losses as a professional fighter, and he is he's the favorite at -112. Again, this is a great fight, great co-main event. Kelvin Gastelum, he has a professional record of 16 wins and 5 losses. He's a underdog at -108. So this, again, a very close fight, as is this one. There's not like a clear-cut favorite. This one there was, but whatever. Gastelum versus Manson. There's not like a clear-cut favorite. Let's see what the handicappers have to say. Okay, we've got hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure. Okay, that was a time check. We've got taking Hermansson. We have lay-in from UFC Gambling Addicts. He's saying Hermansson by decision. And then we have MMA Guru. MMA Guru, he's being ballsy, and he's going out on a ledge, and he's saying Hermansson by submission round 1. Now, if he gets that pick, submission round 1. If he gets that pick and does happen, that is a heavy payout. Yeah, it's right now for Hermansson to win. It's at -112. If you pick the round and how, like by submission, that's a big plus number. It's over. It's got to be. I'm guessing right now. I didn't look it up, but from past experience, it's like +300. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, it's got to be. You're picking the round and how. At it's over +300. I would imagine. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, MMA Guru he's saying Hermansson by submission round 1. Prediction Guru. He's Pred Guru saying this is the he doesn't use the word lock, but he said this is the best gambling play on the entire card, meaning prelims and all that. Prediction Guru said he didn't say how, but he said Hermansson, and this is like a best play for him. Okay, so I'll put a little star there because he put it as his best play. And finally, Craig, not Matt, Craig from Fight Night Picks. Craig is taking Hermansson. So obviously you already know Matt is going to be taking Gastelum because he's not with Craig on that. So Fight Night picks Matt is siding with Gastelum. Also Matt said this is his lock of the night for Kelvin Gastelum. So I'm going to put the big star there. Okay, for Matt. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I love it when Craig and Matt disagree. I love it because they got this trophy, and right now Craig's on a big lead. Matt's going to have to, he's going to have to do a lot of upsets in order to get that trophy back, I do believe. Anyway, also taking Gastelum is the teller. Fortune teller, MMA, fortune teller. Teller's challenging Brian Kelleher in a jiu-jitsu match. That will never happen, but that's fun though. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it would happen. That'd be great. I'd have to take Kelleher. No offense. I see your intro in the beginning of your video where you're doing the little jiu-jitsu, and I think you made a guy tap. That's great and all that, but come on. Brian Kelleher is a professional MMA fighter. I'm not taking nothing against you. Maybe you are, but I don't think you are. Anyway, I like Teller. He's taking Gastelum. And yeah, that's it. That's all 5. That's actually 6 because Fight Night picks was split. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there you have that. Which way am I going? I'm gonna take Hermansson. That's who I took on my DraftKings lineup. So, and I don't think it's gonna. I'm gonna say. Well, I don't know. Gastelum's tough, man. You got if you do your own research, I urge you to look at past records for Gastelum and Herman. If you're gonna do your own research and not go with the majority of my cappers or whatever, look at the past records because they have. I get confused because I watch so many videos, but I think Gastelum's the one that he cannot beat fighters in their prime. He can beat fighters like he's beat who is it? He's got a long list of good fighters. I want to say D'Souza. I can't. I don't know. Vitor Belfort he beat, or did he? I don't freaking know. He's beat some real good fighters but not in their prime. They've always been like already old. This what's his name? Jaroque D'Souza or something. I don't know. I don't want to sound like an idiot. But anyway, I'm taking Jack Hermansson to beat Kelvin Gastelum. I don't know how he's gonna do it. Guru said he's gonna submit him in round 1, but Leighton says it's gonna be by decision. I really don't know, but I got him winning. Before the fight starts, I'll probably take him like within the distance. I don't know. I gotta do some more research on Gastelum, see if he had a tough chin or not. This is a great fight though. They're both pretty even fighters. Well, according to Matt, they're not. He thinks Gastelum beat Hermansson 10 times out of 10. That's why there's a star there. He said this is the lock of the night. But Prediction Guru said Hermansson is the lock, is the best play of the card. He didn't use the term lock, but he said best play on the card for gambling wise. So I'm going with the majority. Sorry, Matt. I'm taking Hermansson. Finally, the main event. Joseph Benavidez versus Dieveson Figueiredo 2. This already happened, if you watch fight the first round, Benavidez Figueiredo won. There's the headbutt, the unintentional headbutt, and there's but I guess there, you know, you got to watch. There's before the headbutt, there was a killer body shot, which led to the unintentional unseen headbutt, and I don't know. There's a lot of what ifs but you know, well, you got to consider this and blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, let's just get with what these guys are saying. Okay, Benavidez has a record of 28 wins, 6 losses as a professional fighter. He's the big underdog at plus 185. Figueiredo, he's got a record of 18 wins and only 1 loss as a professional fighter. And he's the heavy favorite at minus 220. Okay? The over-under this is a 5-rounder, so the over-under set at 4.5 rounds. If you think it's going to go the distance, it's a plus 155. If you think it's not going to make it to 4.5, it's at minus 185. Now, all these sites that I use Bovada, 5 Dimes, and Bet Online. You can have options. You can pick the round like MMA Guru did on this fight. You can pick the round. You can pick the whoever you pick is gonna win. You can get right down to, like, you know, you can pick. I think he's gonna knock him out in round 3, or submit him in round 1. Like, you know. But I'm just going with the vague. Look, I'll show you. Here's my sheet. What is Benavidez, Figueiredo? See, it's already set. Total rounds. I circled it. Total rounds over 4.5, 155. Under, it's minus 185. You see that? I just showed you who I'm picking, but anyway, so is everybody else. Spoiler. Let's go. UGA. UGA Layton is saying TKO round 1. TKO round 1. Fortune Teller is taking Figueiredo. MMA Guru is saying TKO round 1. Prediction Guru, Pred Guru is saying within the distance. I gotta change my marker. And both boys from Fight Night Picks, Matt and Craig, are saying Figueiredo. I think Matt said within the distance too. So that is a full capper consensus. Yeah, and this time I am not going against the consensus. I am going with all the cappers, and I'm taking Figueiredo. I think it's just going to be a, same outcome as last fight, but better, because he's going to put I think I'm going to take within the distance too. I'm taking within the distance, so that'll be under. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be submission or TKO. I mean, two of my cappers that I watch, 2 of them are saying round 1 TKO. Prediction Guru saying within distance. So, and that's how I think it's going to happen too. I don't know if it's going to knock out. I don't know if it's going to be round 1. I don't know if it's going to be round 2 or 3 or 4. But I'm going to say within distance. And if I've been, because of the main event, we'll see how I did on the rest of the card. If I'm up money by the time we get to the main event, maybe I will say something like TK round 2. I like picking round 2. I think the first round is when they warm up to each other. But this is second fight, so they already got a sense of how the other person's going to be fighting them. But round one is when they feel each other out. Like, hey, how's your cardio been? Like, are you falling for my fake still? Or you're fading me? How's your feet movement? They're going in because they've both had camps. They might switch up their attack game plan. Maybe before they wanted to stand up and now they want to take it to the ground. You got to feel it out first round. So I think round two is probably when Figueiredo is going to knock him out. I mean, I don't know. Who am I? I don't know. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt. That was as far as I made. I did 3 years when I lived in Philadelphia, and so when I moved back to New York, it's too far away. It's like I'd drive 45 minutes if I want to train jiu-jitsu, and family life, job, YouTube, videos. There's no way I got the time. Anyway, there you have. Oh, recap, time check. We've got Brett Johns within the distance. I've got Brett Johns. I'm going against the Capper consensus. I'm taking Brett Johns within the distance to beat Montel Jackson under 2.5 rounds. Then I have what's her name? Luana Carolina. I got her winning over Ariana Lipsky by decision, so that's gonna go the full length, the full distance. Then I have Jack Hermansson beating Kelvin Gastelum. Now this is a tough fight. This is the one I'm least confident about right here. It really could go Gastelum's way. It's gonna be a good fight. But I'm taking Hermansson with the Capper majority, and I didn't call if it's gonna be within the distance or not. I really don't know. Okay, and finally I'm taking Figueiredo within the distance. Probably a TKO round 2. That's what I'm calling. But I'm not going to bet it unless I'm up money by that fight. Okay? So, there you have it. Gather your info. Place those bets and cash the tickets. I appreciate you watching me. If you've never seen my show before, go ahead and subscribe. If you've seen my show before and you just don't want to sign in and then subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment. Hit the bell because I do. Let's see. Oh, Sunday I have soccer. We have soccer going on Sunday. So tomorrow I'll be making a Belarus video and Belarus Vyschalia League video and a Korean K-League video for the matches on Sunday. If you want to know the outcomes of the matches for tomorrow, I already had videos for them. I made the Korean one today, and I made the Belarusian one last night. So go ahead and, let's keep gambling. Let's throw that money down and let's earn some money back. It's a fun hobby. Okay, so there you have it. Good luck on these fights. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna read my card just quickly. Just for 33 minutes. I'm going a little long, but I'm gonna just spit out the names I got. Just the victors, not how or anything. Okay, Sergey Spivak over Carlos Felipe. Davy Ramos over Armen Sarukian. Malcolm Gordon over Amir Albazi. A lot of these are underdogs too. You know about the Brett Johns. Joe Duffy over Joel Alvarez, he's favorite. Grant Dawson over Nad Niramani, that's easy pick. This one I flip-flopped, but I've Kadis Ibragimov, that's an upset. This is an upset too, over Roman Dolidze. Then another upset, plus money, Askarov over Alejandre Pantoja. Then the rest are, except for one I didn't do. Oh, Mark Diakese over Rafael Fiziev. So there you have it. There's all my picks. Like I said, good luck. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next episode.